Hello guys and welcome back to Shadow Gaming, and today we are playing some more Tekkit Classic. Now, hang on a second, let me just go to details. So not details, other, where's it gone? Quality? Animations. Oh well, it don't matter. So, in this episode, I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy EMC generator. Probably one of the ones that people will make mostly from the start, like probably one of the best ones. We'll need that, we won't need them, we'll need a bat box. We're going to need a few upgrades eventually. So let's get a stack of them, and a stack of them. We're also going to need a macerator. We're also going to need some wooden transport pipes, some stone pipes, some iron pipes eventually, and we're also going to need a distribution pipe. Right, so let's hook one of these up. Let's just get a few generators. Won't need any more of them at the minute. Let's get some coal coke. Pretty sure coal coke works in these, yes it does. So let's fire up these generators and I will show you what to do next. So we're now going to need these. Right, so now that you're getting power in your bat box, you're also getting power in your macerator. Now if you take a blaze rod, one of these, let's get a few, and you macerate up a blaze rod, it gives you, let's quicken this up, 5 blaze powder. Now if you look at the EMC value, the EMC of blaze powder is 768 per one. The blaze rods are only 1,536, so we actually make more blaze powder than we need to make a rod. So if we, so with 2 of these, you make another blaze rod. That means you have 3 blaze powder spare. We're just going to chuck that in there for now. Now what you want to do is you want to get these blaze rods back into that macerator. Not a cover, a panel. Which one is it? I'm sure it's a cover. Oh well, let's just take it around. Like so. We're also going to need a redstone torch and engine. Now we will need some more of them. We won't need any more of them, no filters at the minute. So if you then do that, that will start pumping out all of the blaze rods that are in here. What you now want to do is you want to take out the blaze powder from there. You don't want your distribution pipe there. Now you want 2 going to the cyan blue. And then, oh, these colours are a bit off. Hang on, I'm just going to turn off my texture pack because the colours seem to be a bit off. Right, so 2 to cyan blue and 3 to this one, making, let's say, red matter. Just for instance. So that's now making us our blaze powder. This should then pull that blaze powder out. Come on, blaze powder. And if we watch here, 2 should go this way. 1, 2, and then 3 should go into here, if it is splitting correctly. There you go. It just takes its time because of animation things and ugh. These are horrible sort of pipes. Now this is a very basic one. Like, this is probably the most simple one you could make, apart from the overclocker upgrades which I put in there. Now what I'm going to show you is a upgraded one. So we can ditch the back box, ditch the covers, ditch that. We'll need filters. You don't have to use filters, you can use transposers, I think they're called. Yep. Transposers. You're going to need a timer and some redstone tubes. You're going to need some red alloy wire, jacketed red alloy wire. Right. You're also going to need, hang on, let's go over to an inventory. You're going to need your macerators, which I threw away. Now you can use rotary macerators if you can eventually get hold of them. They do work better, I think. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just for argument's sake. I'm going to put 3 of these in each. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, sorry, not them. You can use them. Actually, yeah, let's use them as well. 1, 2, 3. But really, you need 3 of these upgrades, which are transformer upgrades. And then put 9 of them in there. I may be wrong, I haven't done this in a while. 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, this bit is a little bit tedious. I could stop the recording, but I feel like you guys don't really mind. Because, I mean, if you don't want to watch me doing this tedious little bit, you can always skip forward. Right, now that you got that done, you're going to want to connect these up to those transformer upgrades. They mean you can now plug this in to a stronger power source. What we're going to do is we're going to go around the back of these generators so we can nick the power from these generators. We're going to get a MFSU, which is a high output bat box, the high end ones, which have the highest output, as this one only has 32, this one has 512 output. Ditch that solar panel, connect that up, that's now charging. It's also getting power from these generators, and that is charging these macerators. Now you want to oh yeah, I forgot, because you shift click you use up the item. So let's just grab a stack of them. So now you want to put these all along here. Go into the condenser. You also want a condenser, say 2 blocks forward. Well, 2 blocks forward. And this is going to go over here. I'm going to chuck filters down on each one of these. Use a sonic screwdriver to turn these. You can use a normal screwdriver. Doesn't matter which screwdriver you use, as long as it's 1 for rotating these. Right, now that they're rotated, we can connect up these pipes. We're also going to want a lever, which we can swap for a macerator. There we go. So each pulse from this now sets off those filters, which we also want to do to this one. There we go. So this is now going to be making blaze rods. I'm going to put a red matter in there to start her off, and if it will take the nearest stack each time, like nearest stack to the front. As you can see, these are now working overtime to macerate as much of this as they can. Now, with these pipes, I cannot remember which mod they're from. Is it Buildcraft? No, it's not Buildcraft. Pneumaticraft? No. Red Power? I can't remember which mod they're from, the filters and the redstone tubes. But with the redstone tubes, it will always send it to the nearest inventory first, which is the condenser making the blaze rods. So as it's sending them there, we shouldn't run out. We're going to have this making red matter, but first we kind of want to fill this up. Now, as you can see, we're actually producing more blaze powder than we can hold in here. See, that's a good thing. It will always, like I said, they will always try and put as much as they can in the first inventory. We're running out of power over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get another MFSU and essentially double the input by doing this. Now, is it actually the input that's the problem? Yes, it is. These glass fibre cables work the same as the pipes. It always feeds the nearest first. So what we've done there is we kind of shared out how much power each one of these gets. It doesn't seem to be working out. Well, no, it won't, because it's all coming from this one MFSU. So in essence, that hasn't changed it at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some more solar, high voltage solar arrays. these. And we're going to chuck these down to give more power to this MFSU, which can then charge up and can use its. So in essence we now have, how much is it? 512, 1024 EU going into these, whereas before we only had 512. But because we got 2, it doubles it. As we can see here, this is now filled up. Which shouldn't ever become just blaze rods, because it'll always take from the first, and that shouldn't fill in that space. Right. And because that's full up, it goes to go in there but can't, so it goes to the next inventory, which is over here. Now, these are running too quickly. And that's on 2 seconds. So what we want to do is we want to say add that up to 5 seconds. So it gives a 5-second delay between each tick before pushing out the blaze powder. Because it can come out too fast, which can get quite irritating if it's coming out too quick. But what you could do, split this system in half, have 2 going. But that's just a quick way of getting red matter. See, we've already made 2, and that's going up fairly fast. So yeah, that's it really. If you want to see any of my other tutorials, say this one, which is a oil farm, oil EMC generator, which I came across when playing on a server because I was trying to find a way to create EMC, and oil fabricators seemed to be the way forward because I had a lot of MFSUs and stuff like that. If you want to see these, which are my cobblestone generators, that's another video on my channel. That's probably the highest viewed Tekkit tutorial I've done. This is another one, a little example. This is my high voltage solar array farm, which is quite large. If you want to see that, that's also on the channel in 3 or 2 separate parts, I cannot remember. Getting unlimited lava from the nether using ender chests on a server. If you want to check that out, that's also on there, I think. No, that was the first tutorial I did. So yeah, if you want to see any of this stuff, all in action and everything, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, go and check it all out, and if you want to see more of these, don't forget to drop a like on this video and say which tutorial you want me to do next. So yeah, thank you very much guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.